It's Brian Therrien here from the Disability Digest. In this video, I'm going to cover probably one of the hottest topics right now. How much money you can make and get your benefits, and how much money you can make and keep your benefits. Also, I'm going to cover, projected increase. Should you work while you're applying? Should you work after? What you can actually do for work, and learn more. So, here at the Disability Digest, I have been doing this work for 16 years and 3 days. Most of this business over the time that I've had it, historically over 50% has been run by disability recipients. So I understand how much money people can make and all of the nuances. We haven't had anybody here that has lost their benefits because of working, so I can share with you from my experience. Here at the Disability Digest regarding these videos, these are concept videos to help you stay up to date with information and kind of newsworthy items. We also have the ability for you to get a customized approach so we can target the right information to your own personal needs by joining us as a member or updating us as a member. So there'll be a link available at the end of this video to do so. So I'm going to start with the basics, how much you can make. Now, if you have called Social Security or if you've been in some type of support group and you've asked or seen this question asked, you'll likely see a variety of different answers. But my answer is based solely on the Social Security disability regulation. That will be below this video that I encourage you to click on, look at, and see with your own eyes that it says how much money you can make when you're applying and how much money you can make when you're approved. Here's the figures as of today. If you're applying for Social Security disability, you can earn up to $1,350 a month. And that's net after your expenses. If you're an employee and you have some special accommodations, then you can take those into consideration. Or if you're running your own business, doing something individually, then you can expense that out. But it's $1,350. Now that's what they allow you to make. If you're going to work and earn that much and try to get approved, that's a whole different deal. It's, in my opinion, very, very difficult to get approved. So the cleanest way, if you're going to try to get approved, is to not work, because that's what you're trying to prove, that you cannot work. But I would encourage you to consult if you're using an attorney or somebody that's representing you. I would definitely strategize with them, and say, how much can I earn, or can I earn any and still get approved? So that's that segment. Different rule for those of you that are already approved. And a heads up for those of you going through the process, because you might be thinking it's $1,350, right? And that's what you've thought. And then you get approved, you're like, I can make $1,350. No, you can't. So right now when you're approved, it's $970 a month. And if you go over that, it triggers what's called a trial work period. Whole other conversation. You have a limited amount of trial work periods. So every month you go over, you're using one of those trial work periods. So that's where the challenge becomes. You want to stay below 970 unless you want to go through the trial work process. And you can do that each and every month. Ideally, I think, in my opinion, my experience, if you're like 20% or 15% below the allowed amount of 970, then you're going to be super safe, and that's like your earning ceiling. You're not demonstrating that you're taking advantage of the system, earning $969.50 every month. Just my opinion. And that typically does increase every year. I don't know what it's going to be, but I would say maybe $30 to $40 historically. Sometimes it's in line, or it seems to be, with inflation and the cost of living increase, right? So those are the two sides. Should you work while you're applying? Should you work when you're approved? Yeah, in my opinion, definitely a thing to do if you can do it. Your condition will allow you. The money, I expect, would help you out. And just from the feedback that I get, it's like the satisfaction of doing something and contributing is really important. All right, so what to do for, one other thing I want to share with you. This is something that I just learned. is when your income counts. So if, for example, if you worked in the month of June and you were paid for that work in the month of July, Social Security considers that you worked in July because that's when your bank account actually received the money. How will that impact you? If you're approved, it's not clear to me, but if you're not approved, then it could have an impact on the onset date, the date that you're declaring that you were disabled, because if you stopped working, for example, in June, but you had a paycheck in July, Social Security is going to see that you worked in July. So just something to consider there. Next topic, last topic, is what to do for work. Now, I don't know, there isn't one size that fits all, but there's a lot of success stories of people that have worked that are here on this channel and made a concentrated effort to find more people that are successfully supplementing their disability. So you can learn from, Philip and Daphne and Melody and Matt and Michelle and Susan and Michael, and there's a whole company that we partnered with called NTI at Home, where you can learn about the work that they do in helping people get back into the workforce, even on a 2 to 3 hour a day shift type basis. So I definitely look for that information around on our channel. A lot of it's been put out within the last 30 days. And that can help you out. So I also encourage you to think about getting outside of the box and doing things like, we had one member here who got his back benefit check, which was significant, and went out and took it upon himself to buy a $6,000 lawnmower. His wife was not happy. So he spun it around and he's like, all right, I got to make this thing work. I want to keep my mower. And he went around his neighborhood and said, well, how much you paying to have your lawn done? He says, well, I'll do it for this. So point is, he created a lawn mowing business. And so that's how and he likes it. He can do it. It's flexible. If he can't go one day, they understand. He can go the next. And he has somebody that helps him with the weed whacking. So he has that piece taken care of. But he's done something that fits within his groove. So that's really the thing. Is may not be what you've done before. Maybe you can leverage that into something else, and I believe that's what you learn from listening to some of these interviews. So we'd love to hear from you if you've got something to contribute to this. Just join us in the comments and share what it is for everybody else. So I hope you enjoyed this update here from the Disability Digest. If you haven't contacted us in a while, or you're new listening to this message, invite you to join us as a member. You can come on in, fill out your profile through a quick evaluation, and then we would understand where you're at, what your situation is, and what it is that's most important for you. Maybe you're trying to get approved. Maybe you want to supplement your income. Maybe you're looking for housing. Maybe you have other concerns that are out there that we can help you with. But you can sift through all this information that we've been producing for 16 years. So you're welcome to do that. Or we can get it to you based on what your profile is, and we can also connect you with the right people, the right support group that we have. So it's, in our opinion, certainly is a superior way to help you faster either get your benefits, keep them, or maximize them. So again, hope you enjoyed this update. Make it a great day. This has been Brian Therrien. Thanks again.